I've always been fascinated by the idea that a flashlight switched on and hidden in a drawer in a dark room remains on in that drawer, but it doesn't light up the dark room. That potential isn't the same thing as purpose fulfilled. You see, a light concealed does not drive out darkness. It just learns to live with it. A light concealed is like an untold story, like a once upon a time that never made it past the prologue, like potential that never learned how to stretch its legs. And I know a thing or two about that, about dimming to make others comfortable, about hiding in the background because bright things tend to attract attention. And sometimes attention feels more like an attack than affirmation. So I silenced my spark, hid my flame in my pocket like spare change, only brought it out when it was safe, only shined when the room was already lit, so no one would notice me. But what I didn't know then is that a light concealed does not drive out darkness. It just learns to live with it. It lets it linger. It makes peace with the shadows. It watches the lost keep losing, all because it was too afraid to be found shining. And if we are being honest, some of us are like that, too afraid to be found shining, too good at pretending to be night. Now we are a shadow of ourselves, talking our fire beneath bushels of insecurity, always saying, I am not ready. I am not Michael Faraday enough to be the light of the world, but come on. Come on, where is the beauty in brilliance buried? Of what use is purpose packed in the garage of self-doubt? You were not lit to live in the low visibility. You were lit for a spectacle. You were sparked for a spectacle, graced for greatness. There is a greater light in you. Yes, you, children of the first spark, flames breathed into being by the first spark himself. You who carry heaven in your ribcage, carriers of clarity in a world clouded by confusion. This is your holy ignition. You were not lit to blend in. You were lit to blaze. So burn bright and brave. Do not think your flame too small. Do not discredit the fire in your bones. For one single spark can kiss a forest into a wildfire. One voice can crack the silence in someone else's midnight. Do not think your flame too small. The sun started out as a whisper. One voice can disrupt the silence in someone else's midnight. One candlelight can disrupt a whole room of darkness. So burn like someone's night depends on your daylight, because maybe it does. Maybe someone is drowning in waters of depression and your kindness is the life jacket they need. Maybe someone is choking on silence and your voice is the first clear sentence they've heard in weeks. Do not think your flame too small. Yes, you with the tired hands and tired dreams. I've seen one poem pull a man from the edge, one testimony bring a girl back to church, one voice speak into a silence that has swallowed a soul whole. So no, you are not too small. You are just still believing the lie that you are. You don't even need to be perfect. You were not born to be perfect. You were born to be visible. The city on a hill, not shrinking, not hiding, but radiating redemption. For light doesn't need permission to radiate redemption. It doesn't shrink because it's too scared of attention. It doesn't hide because it's afraid of rejection. It just shows up and does what it was born to do. So born. So if you're a poet, write. If you're a singer, sing. If you're a dancer, dance. And if you're a listener, then listen. Listen like your ears is sacred ground and someone's story has been waiting years to land there. Whatever you are, be that boldly. Be that like God himself signed your blueprint in gold ink and said, yes, this one's got glow. And when people ask you why you keep giving, even when you've been emptied, why you keep shining, even when the world tries to dim your glow, you tell them, it is not me. I am just the lamp. What you see is the greater light in me.